Warriors face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. This is going to be the fourth installment. After the third installment, it was blatantly clear who was the better team, even though we know we added pieces to it. Kevin Durant came or whatever the case is. That being said, it's like, do we really want to watch these finals? Maybe the Western Conference Finals are NBA Finals, just like 2016, where Game 7 against the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors, that was more entertaining, in my opinion, than what happened in NBA Finals. Because remember, Warriors went up 3-1, Draymond Green gets suspended, and then the Cavs, with that stimulus package, with all of that hoopla going on, they made a run to win the NBA Finals. And in that Finals, officiating was horrible on both sides. It wasn't just the Warriors side, it was on both sides. But just that suspension basically killed the entire Finals mystique, and it reeked of foul play. So in that case, it was like very disinteresting. Last year, I mean, gentlemanly swept, lost in 5 games. This year, I see the Warriors winning the series in 6 games. I'll give LeBron James 2 games and the Cavs 2 games, just due to the fact that the Warriors aren't rested. They both had to play Game 7s. And I feel like Warriors, with the thing with the Warriors is, like, when they're not mentally focused and they turn over the ball, they give you a chance. So I know with the Cavs, they're going to have 2 games where JR goes off. They're going to have 2 games. They might have a game where Kevin Love goes off. So those are your 2 wins. I think 2 games JR goes off and Kyle Korver gives you 10 points, and that's close enough. Because I feel like this series is not going to be like, even though the Warriors are favorites, the games are going to be closer scoring. It's not going to be like Houston where those 3-4 blowouts where 120-85. Like, it's not going to be a lot of games like that. I feel like it's going to be like a lot of games, 97-90, 100-95, 110-107. Like, I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what people think, just due to some fact that Cavs have young guys that could run up and down the court, as opposed to last season in the finals. They didn't have anybody that could keep that pace. That being said, when the Warriors run a frenetic pace, they tend to make mistakes, and LeBron James is the number one guy to capitalize off of mistakes. He likes to keep the ball, especially when they have a lead. He'll run down the clock, he'll do pick and roll, get the mismatch, get to the line, or find an open shooter. So he has a lot more poise than, say, like a Houston Rockets team. If you looked at James Harden with a 15-point lead, Game 7, 17-point lead, Game 6, if that was LeBron James, he would really use the clock to his advantage and make it be a third obstacle for the Warriors. And they most likely would have lost one of those games, because he would try to control it and make it where the Warriors, he forces them into a mistake instead of playing quick and playing into their hands. So that's just going to be something to see. The Warriors are the better team, of course. I mean, I'm saying 6 games. It might go 5, but I'm just saying 6 because I feel like it's going to be much more competitive just due to the lack of rest both teams have had in the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. There's something to be said about rest. And, you know, LeBron had a epic series or whatever the case is, but, you know, now some of these guys could awake and emerge, like Clarkson and J.R. Smith. I mean, it's a long shot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to disrespect anybody say they're going to get swept. Because I thought last year Cleveland was going to get swept, and then they had that all-time great shooting. I think it's the best shooting performance in finals history, where they hit like 20-something threes. So that, you know, that could possibly happen if Golden State's like falls asleep. You saw with Houston, Game 2, they got blown out. And then there was another game where they played, and they just get Game 4. They gave up the game. So Golden State has a propensity to do that. I don't know if they will do that against Cleveland, but you know, you gotta put that in there, because the LeBron James factor is huge. But I definitely have Golden State winning this series. KD and LeBron James, basically, those are 2 guys that don't have anybody that could guard them. And then you have Steph, who's gonna go up against George Hill. Steph should definitely have more of an advantage. I know George Hill's a good defender in spurts. I'm not going to say he's like good consistently, but Klay Thompson definitely has the edge over JR. Draymond Green is going to be more of a playmaker than Tristan Thompson or Kevin Love combined, in my opinion. So they just have too much firepower. Cleveland, maybe their bench could do something. Kyle Korver could help out or whatever the case is, but eventually they're going to succumb to the Warriors. Especially, like, if you figure this, a lot of the series that Cleveland played, they didn't play against great three-point shooting teams. They didn't play against teams that know what they're doing, coaching-wise and player-wise. Golden State Warriors have both factors in their favor. They have the players, they have the coaching, they got Mike Brown, who knows how to defend LeBron James in certain aspects. So when they're playing a team that can hit threes, guys that know they can get to the basket, guys that garner the same respect that LeBron James does, it's a different ball game. It's a different dynamic, and LeBron James can't control the game as much as he wants to. That being said, it's just that's what's gonna go in the Golden State Warriors' favor. This is the Kevin Durant factor, and this time there's no Kyrie Irving, guys. No Kyrie Irving. Kevin Love has been struggling. Everybody has been struggling on Cleveland. This could get ugly, but I'm still gonna say Warriors in 6. I got a lot of respect for LeBron and what he did, and maybe they could drop some belief because they're such underdogs. You know, guys, we're underdogs. They don't believe in us, and that motivational speech factor can actually push them over the hump. You see, Stephen Curry's not trying to poke anybody. He's like, come on, guys. LeBron teammates are professionals. They're one of the 400 best players in the world. You know, you got to respect them. So he ain't trying to give him any fodder, but maybe LeBron James uses the Vegas odds in his favor and try to win a couple games. But eventually, Warriors will win the series. Unless it bar an injury. And Andre Iguodala injury is huge. But even without Andre Iguodala, I feel like they have enough bodies to actually win the series.